Hello, everyone, and I'm Dr. Dan Watts. Some of y'all know me from the SIP program. I'm an instructor, and I've also been a member of the board for 6 years in the past. I've been asked to give a little historical perspective on, well, how the SIP program started and, what was the mission and vision of the SIP program when we first got it going. So first and foremost, I do want to congratulate the graduates. So way to go, guys. Maria Richardson, Connie Valente, Kelly C., David Aviles, and Beno DeHamel. I hope I said those names correctly. Anyway, congratulations, everyone. Way to go. Second, I did want to say that what a privilege it has been to be connected with the SIP program. I'm very proud for the team we've put together. I'm very proud for what we've been able to do for the population of Sarasota and for our patients. This program's worked out way better than what we had originally envisioned. But I'll kind of go over what actually started happening. So to begin with, the SIP program began as a concept about 9 to 10 years ago. At that time, some directors of psych departments from different centers of excellence, I'll call them, universities, and directors from the Samaritan counseling centers around the United States met. The ones who involved at that time were George Washington University, Baylor University, Wake Forest, Boston University, and USF here in Tampa. Dr. Fernandez was the dean of the psychiatric department at that time, and he met with Rick Howell, went to that same meeting, and I don't know exactly where it was. I got with Rick the other day, but the idea was that 85% of the population wanted their spiritual and their concerns, faith-based concerns, added to their counseling. However, there weren't any training programs. There wasn't anybody trained to this. Psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors were not trained. As a matter of fact, some people even poo-pooed the idea that faith-based had anything to do with our psychology. So it was hard to find them at that time. So the idea was, could they use Samaritan counseling centers as a way at which they could do training facilities to produce somebody that could actually handle this? So Rick Howell and Dr. Fernandez became kind of a team. They started mulling this over, and they formed a relationship at that time. No one at that time knew actually how to create a spiritually integrated SIP program. At least Rick and Dr. Fernandez had never done this. So they were kind of making the airplane as they flew it. So the idea was to use the Sarasota-based Samaritan program and USF, combine those as a kind of a training school. So to combine the medical school. So they were going to be the training, and we were going to offer the people in our facilities. That's when I came into the picture. Dave Wachtel, who I'm sad to hear, died this year. He was a board member of the Samaritan program, and he came to me, laid this vision out on myself, and I took to it like a duck to water. I could see at that time that there was a huge need. I'd even been thinking this. There's a huge need for people of faith-based that want this included in their counseling program, and there wasn't anyone there that could actually do it. Unfortunately, about this time, Dr. Fernandez stepped down as dean of psychiatry at the University of South Florida, and he told us that the new dean probably wasn't going to have anything to do with faith-based counseling. So we were going like, whoa, now what do we do? So that's the time that we met. I remember Rick, myself, and Dave met with Doug Stevens. He was development of a training director of Samaritans all around the United States. I think at that time he was just in the East. He also ran a SIP program that was functional, probably the largest that we had run across, and that was in New Hampshire. And he had, at that time, we were just amazed, 7 trainees. We were going like, oh my, that's impossible. We'd never get to that point. But he kind of said, well, if you build it, they will come. And we had to go on that. That's about all we had to go on, because we had lost our champion, Dr. Fernandez. And so we had to kind of put it together by ourselves. But he also shared that what we would be able to do is expand our services to more clientele. That if we could build this, that we would be able to see clients that we would not, that maybe couldn't afford regular counseling, you know, through the normal methods. So we began meeting, myself, Rick, Dave, Bill Hill, who was pastor of First Baptist Church. I think he's just recently retired. Shortly after that, Melinda Cerny came along. She was in the admissions department of MIT, so wonderful. She had extreme good training in keeping everything organized, which, by the way, us three others were not that organized at that time. In fact, we called Dave Wachtell, we called him the goat herder, because Rick and I were all out here trying to figure out things, and we were coming up with ideas, and you know, he was helping keeping us stable. Then Melinda really helped stabilize it. Then we see Dr. Clough came in. He's a retired Navy chaplain, a professor of pastoral counseling at Argosy University, and he was able to add that, you know, that professional touch to us. And so we put together the program. And in the ending, I just want to say how proud I am that I've been and have been and am still connected with this program. It has been surpassed what any of us had thought could actually be happening at those little meetings that long time ago. The program has grown tremendously. 25% of the sessions now are done by our interns. We're able to partnership with local nonprofits. We're able to reach people through the Zoom programs or through telemed programs, which we had not been able to do before. The teaching programs has, I believe, kept us all sharper. I've had to study to give my instructional programs. I know the instructors have had to study. So it helps keep the instructors sharper, but not only that, there's a symbiotic relationship. And Rick pointed this out to me, between the staff. We get to learn all the new stuff that comes in from the new training that our students have gotten. So again, congratulations to all the graduates. And I'm sorry I can't be there with you today, but I hope this has helped with a little bit of historical perspective and understand the mission of the beginning of the SIP program.